Hi, GameStop.
We are 1,584 something people in the studio right now.
Right now, we're gonna go shooting. Everybody fight. Nobody quits. Always attack.
Hi, GameStop. I'm Laurent de Toc. I'm the president of Ubisoft, and I'm trying the new prototype for the wheel. We're gonna include with GT Pro Series and Monster 4x4. I think you're gonna have a blast. It actually responds really well. It feels much more comfortable than the controller on its own. Playing with the wheel actually adds a level of intensity to it. It feels like you have something in your hands. I'm going to introduce you a DVD. We came up with this idea. In fact, it was the result of a conversation I had with Dick Fontaine back in February in Dallas. And he said, you know, our store associates, they're experts, they're gamers. You should really try to talk to them on a gamer level, make them understand better what you guys do. You know, who is Ubisoft, and give them an inside look in your studios, in your product. So this is the first iteration of that. It's called the Mixtape Volume 1. It's for you and it's right here.
Good morning, welcome to Montreal. My name is Yanis. Today is Tuesday, it's actually 8:30 in the morning. I am the Chief Operating Officer here for Ubisoft Montreal. Building actually is made of 5 floors. We are occupying most of them, 85%. That's close to 200,000 square feet. Bonjour, bonjour. Typical playtest station where we actually ask potential consumers to come in, play the game for us while we have our people taking notes behind this one side mirror, looking at how they play the games, looking at how they succeed, how they fail. I actually used to play myself. So let's jump in. We'll keep doing playtests so that we can tweak and tweak and tweak the game up to the last minute, just to make sure that the game is really close to perfection. This includes how much time needs a player to complete the game, level by level. So as we speak right now, this guy here is timing me to check how much time I spent in the first map, in the second map, to make sure that we get it right. We have acquired a very cool license in the manga anime style called Naruto. It's gonna be the next Dragon Ball Z. What I like about this game, it's gonna be exploring the whole Naruto universe. Now you'll be able to see the games more in depth and to dig into our fantastic games directly with the producer, directly within the team. We will show you all that we can to make sure you actually have an insight of how we do make those great games. We are 1,584 something people in the studio right now. All of those guys are passionately working on the best next-gen titles. What we call next-gen is games for next-generation consoles, the Xbox 360, talking about the PlayStation 3. As you will see today, we're talking about big teams. They are actually in the final hours of shipping the game, and we're talking about a good amount of noise on the production floor. 200 people, you know, talking to each other and more money, obviously. So more risks. Our strategy is definitely to take those risks for the sake of innovation, for the sake of the quality of our games. We want our consumers, when they go to GameStop and when they pick up a Ubisoft game, to be guaranteed that it's the best gaming experience that they can have.
Hi GameStop, welcome to the Rainbow team. I'm Alex, producer on Rainbow Six Vegas. Today we're going to give you an exclusive tour of some of the things that we're doing, and I'll introduce you to the team members. Rainbow Six Vegas is a team of like elite counter-terror specialists. We're about 180 people right now on the Rainbow team working hard. On this side you can see the artists that are working on the game with the level designers and the multiplayer team. Far in the back over there, if you look over there, there's the team of very talented programmers that we have with us. And the first person I want you to meet and talk to today is Max Bélan, who's our creative director. So guys, I thought that maybe you could let the GameStop people know a bit more about the game we're working on right now.
Rainbow Six Vegas is the first installment on the next-gen consoles. So what we decided to do is really take what worked on Rainbow Six on the other platforms, on Xbox for example, and really bring it to the next level. So we're giving new tools to the player to reinforce that. So for example, now we've got some cool stuff like taking cover that allows you to go in third person and you can observe the terrorists without getting exposed. From there you can blind fire at your enemies, you can also peek out and aim fire. So it's really interesting, it's more dynamic, it allows you to really have cool firefights. We're also bringing back a tactical map so that the player can see the environment, use the environment to better do some tactics with his teammates. And obviously, like the last part is the assault. For example, for the Rainbow AI, we're using a lot of motion capture, so that allows us to have really cool room entries that are really dynamic, really realistic. Basically, the role of the creative director is to maintain the vision and really set the direction for the project. So I'm responsible for everything that's content in the game.
Hey, that was Max, the creative director, talking a bit about the core design objectives that we had set for Vegas. Now I want you guys to meet one of the artists on the team, Danny. Danny's working on the Vegas skyline, trying to make everything look as realistic as possible. So why don't you come over with me and we'll go drop by his desk.
Hi, my name is Danny. I'm a modeler on Rainbow Six Vegas, and I'm responsible for Vegas. Here's an example of one of the casinos we do. So we start with a model, like that. We texture it. We had a couple of lights, we create a light map, and the final result is looking like that once it's imported and finished and polished. We did that for every casino in Vegas that we had to do.
As you can see right now in the footage that Danny's showing, we've got a lot of smoke and explosions. So one of the things that we're doing is, as the story is progressing and as the threat level is escalating, the player is going to witness the effect on the skyline, on his surroundings. So every time you're going to get into the chopper, you're going to see different things happening around you. guys, the next people I want you to meet are two really important people. They're level designers. We're going to meet with Benoit and Simon. Benoit is a level design director on 2 locations in the game, and Simon is one of the level designers working with Benoit. So let's go and meet them.
Hello GameStop, I'm Benoit and that's Simon.
Hey. Right now we're more into the polishing phase. But
yeah.
How does it work? How do we start?
First we have to work on the layout. So we build the layout, we try to think what's happening, what's going to be the mood, what's going to be the tension, the flow that's going to happen throughout the level and throughout the whole game. The hardest work I think is to make it fun and challenging as well without being frustrating.
The sheer amount of tactical options that we're giving to players is quite impressive in this game. We're giving you like a lot of options, and the idea is really for the player to figure out what the best strategy is when you're approaching a situation, sort of like what real spec ops would do. So that's something that we're really working on. So hey GameStop, I hope you enjoyed that little meeting with the level designers. Next, I want to introduce you to some of the team members from the programming team. Unfortunately, they're a little busy right now, and it's not the best time. But I think that what we're going to do is just head over there and try to see if we can say hi to a couple of them. Anyways, GameStop, this is Olivier. Olivier is our lead AI programmer. As I said, he's sort of the brain behind the brain.
Right now I'm tweaking the movement system for the rainbows. I'm trying to achieve some goal we have decided yesterday about the predictability of the movement of the rainbows. When you see the rainbow entering the rooms and taking off the enemies, this is the part I enjoy the most.
One of the really cool things that we're doing too is we're merging really intelligent AI behaviors with with mocap animations. So we're trying to make the teammates and the enemy AI look as intelligent as possible. On top of that, we have to have that touch of realism that you're expecting from real humans.
Well, if you want to have realistic movements when you're playing, the mocap system is very close to reality because we are really making a photography of each different frames and different steps inside the movement, so that when we integrate them into the game, then you will see the flow of the animation will be very smooth.
Bowstring's been released on all Delta squadrons, but until they arrive, we have a green light on all off.
As we've discussed with Olivier that we just met, animation is really important in this game. So I'm going to introduce you to Jonathan.
Hey, GameStop.
So we can show you a couple of things that we're working on.
This is door entry from the take cover position. This is a sample animation of Mike, who's starting from his take cover position and then entering into the room.
If you think about the different possibilities for door entry that we have, I mean, they're endless. So there's an infinite amount of possibilities that we have to take into account to make sure this game looks realistic.
Doing that like in traditional keyframing would have taken a long time just for that animation.
Come on!
Guys, now I'd like you to meet with Olivier, who's our art director, overseeing basically the art direction for this entire project. So we're gonna head over to his desk straight. So Olivier's gonna show us a bit about the different challenges and things we're working on to make sure that this game looks as good and as realistic as possible as well. So the first thing that you can see is that we're really working hard on making sure there's a big difference between the behind-the-scene areas and the areas where you're used to go in the casinos. We want to make sure that it looks like these casinos have been evacuated and that really chaos is everywhere. The coin buckets, the bills a little bit spread out everywhere.
Et je pense que ça c'est un petit plus pour le joueur d'avoir une réactivité constante dans le décor. Partout où il peut tirer, ça va exploser, ça va se détruire, il va y avoir de la fumée, des étincelles. Donc ça fait 6 mois que je suis sur le projet et donc le gros challenge qu'on a eu c'était en fait de reproduire au maximum l'ambiance qu'il y a dans des grands complexes casino-hôtels à Vegas.
The last thing I want to show you guys is the uber cool multiplayer that we're gonna have in Rainbow Six Vegas. The team of designers is currently in a meeting, so I think we're just gonna jump in and see if we can get some more information for you guys. Mind if we interrupt for a couple minutes? Go ahead. For the GameStop people who are with us, JP Cambiari, the multiplayer game designer. Hey guys. Phil, game designer, and Yan, who's a level design director, responsible for all that is multiplayer.
This is some of the stuff we're bringing into the PEC mode. So you see, you can choose different types of nationalities, and you can even create yourself a randomized appearance to go really fast, and put some different type of facial hairs on it, from the full-fledged beard to the little pinch. As you progress through the online experience, you get experience points which you can use to unlock new gear. And anytime you're in the menus, it's always a 3D avatar, so you can move the camera around. You can see how the gear looks on your character before you select it. So while you're creating your character, one of the really cool things you can do is plug in your camera. You can take a picture of your face and map your own face onto your 3D avatar. So you can go into the game and have your face on your character, so you can really get that badass character with your own face on. We're hooking the voice chat up with lip sync, so as you speak through the microphone, your character's mouth will move.
Hey GameStop, I hope you enjoyed that exclusive tour of Rainbow Six Vegas and the very talented team that's behind it. Now, I think you've seen too much, it's time for you to get out.
Attention all units, we are alert level red. Begin evacuation of the downtown core. Las Vegas is now under martial law.
They alone would save the Holy Land or destroy it. They were the assassin.
Hey GameStop, why don't you follow me and we'll go back to the office and show you what I do. You're with Patrice Desilets, myself, and I'm a creative director at Ubisoft Montreal. Basically what I do, come up with the first vision, and then after that is making sure that that vision is well understood by everybody on the team and well followed by the team. It is my favorite game of all time, Zelda. All Nintendo, I would say, is kind of my school. Back in July '97, I was hired as the 10 first employees of Ubisoft Montreal. My first game was Hype the Time Quest with the Playmobil license. I didn't know how to do games. They just asked me, they gave me that small plastic toy, say, do a game with that. And now Assassin's Creed is my 5th one.
Jerusalem, the 12th century. Amidst the chaos of the Third Crusade.
Yeah, one game that you may know me from is The Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Some say it's my first mega hit. I say it's a hit. I mean, we sold more than 2 million copies of this one. You are here now in Montreal, in the Milan district, on that street there, Saint-Viateur. There's a lot of artists and songwriters. Ubisoft is in the middle of all that artistic field of Montreal. This is the Assassin's Creed floor. I'm here now to talk a little bit more about the story of Assassin's Creed. So, Assassin's Creed is all about an assassin in 1191 in the Holy Land. The story is pretty simple. A mission went bad, and then Altair, the name of the main character, has to redeem himself and do a bunch of assassination for his master. The story is based on actual historical events. There's 3 main cities in which the player is going to play: Jerusalem, Damascus, and Acre. The other part I really enjoy is to be in a city full of people. It's beautiful settings, but with full of life. And another thing, this way of integrating these sports game elements into an action-adventure game, where you create the action. What's different about a control in Assassin's Creed is that it's an highly contextual control scheme. All the action that has to do with the legs are mapped on the A button, so it's all about free running. So that's the control scheme, but really basics. Then there's the locking system, quick inventory on the D-pad, there's the camera on the right stick, etc., etc.
The assassins.
This is my day. Like every day, it's like that. You go from one place to another. So it's meetings and then like on-the-fly fire that you must extinguish. Going to another meeting. It's all about the throwing knives.
Il commence à lancer ses dagues toujours ici. Il vide son stack. Quand il n'est plus là, il commence à aller en haut.
Il faut décider lequel de ces trois-là il va se faire en premier.
Ben, je pense que c'est lui, là. Je pense que c'est lui qui est établi.
Pendant une bonne partie du jeu, il y a longtemps, c'est juste celui-là. Donc après ça, il faudrait suivre l'ordre. 1, 2, 3. That was the meeting about the throwing daggers in Assassin's Creed. And now we're going to go see the world team, the level design team, and the character team. Tu vas voir les quatre trucs différents qu'on avait.
Ah, ok.
Ouais, mais excuse-moi, là, mais il n'y avait pas de différence. Avant, c'était ça. Mais tu remontes ça aussi.
Ouais, mais là, non. Mais ces flaps-là, de toute façon, ils sont tout le temps en train de baloter. Ils sont jamais de même.
Teste avec ça. Au pire, t'es capable de le monter un peu.
Ok. C'est pas juste le... Mais montre donc les deux épées, tant qu'à être ici, on peut en parler, là.
Mais les épées, ça, tu nous le montres dans le jeu, pas sur un rendu.
Ouais, mais ça serait cool d'avoir un petit peu plus de poignées.
Il faut baker.
Ouais. Ah, donc à droite.
Merveilleux.
Puis il lance de la gauche.
We're gonna go and meet Alex Drouin, the lead animator. Alex and Richard are working on a new behavior that we call the leap of faith. And it's a different kind of jump. We did a lot of research about medieval time. It's always a mix between Hollywood style and research to make it as believable as possible. Imagine the animation you saw before, the guy will fall on a bale of hay. Depending if the bale of hay is targeted or not, they will play the right animation. Otherwise, you'll fall down and die. We're gonna go see David Chateauneuf, the lead level designer, is working right now with his level design on city design, how he's building a known city. And I think it's Jerusalem.
Puis on se promène dans le moteur, on voulait juste voir, là, puis là c'est juste que le crossover marche pas. Il n'y a pas de NPC.
Here we have like Raphael Lacoste, the art director, and Louis, a modeler. Now they're working on the kingdom. There's two big maps where you're going to use your horse to travel between cities.
Bah écoute, ça avance. Ce qui nous manque, c'est le shader en fait. C'est pas encore éclairé. On n'a pas l'éclairage sur le terrain, mais à part ça, ça va bien dans le sens où on arrive à mettre des mèches quand même assez intéressantes qui ont travaillé.
Okay, guys at GameStop, that's enough. I think you've seen enough. I hope you liked it, but now get the hell out of here.
Oh, hi GameStop. My name's Nick Harper. I'm the creative director on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And today I'm going to give you a tour of behind the scenes of the game. The story is actually based on the movie that's coming out at the same time as the game. Donatello, because of the big stick that he has, can do all of the long-range moves. Raphael is really like a cockroach and aggressive. Leonardo is much more disciplined and skillful and ninja-like. Michelangelo is much more kind of a skateboarder kid. So he's really sort of flamboyant like Bruce Lee. I'm okay! You have to build this thing called family bond, which is about being a true ninja. By doing good combos and beating the bad guys up well, I grow my family bond, which makes my other brothers respect me. The more skillful I am when I do these specific moves, the more family bond I build up. And because of that, they're available to tag in and out, and I can do co-op moves with them. The main thing for sure is capturing that feeling of being part of the Ninja Turtle family. We have all these collaborative moves where you work as a team and you can throw your brothers around using collaborative throws and combat. And we're really trying to make the player feel that working like that as a team is the way to win the game. In terms of combat, my favorite by far is Michelangelo. The direction we gave for him really was he's this really skilled character, but kind of lazy like a teenager would be. So naturally he's brilliant at fighting, but he kind of can't be bothered and he's always showing off. So I think we've really captured that well. I guess my third favorite thing that I would talk about is what we call the flow. It's this rhythm that you get when you're moving. If you're playing like a true ninja, you're constantly on the move and you're jumping and leaping and running along walls and sliding and flipping along poles and all these things. So that's what you need to aim for, true ninjas. Hi GameStop. I'm going to introduce you to Wayne, who is an illustrator on the game, and he's working on the storyboards for our mission sequencing. Wayne does these storyboards based on the script that our script writers have written.
This is after Leo saves this village from some banditos, and they're cheering like, "Yeah, Leo, you're the ghost of the forest!" And this is his dramatic exit.
And then Stefan over here will take the sketches and turn it into a much more visually impressive sequence. So if we go and speak with Stefan, he can show us how that works.
I put like in a viewport background the image of a storyboard. Then once the pose is rendered, I take it in. It's a composite of the 3D turtles. Christian wanted to keep the sketchy intention at first that we have, and those transitions are sort of keeping that intention of sketchness.
So it takes you really from mission 1 to mission 2 through this comic book way, and then the last frame is the first frame of the next mission, so it'll be pretty seamless, and then when you play it, it'll just feel really cool, like you're almost playing an interactive comic book. This is really how the animators work. They move bones around. It's very fine detail movement to create the subtleties, really. They're doing stuff that you never thought would be possible with animation. It's really cool. GameStop, this is Jonathan Simard. He is the technical director of animation.
Well, I'm working right now on Mike's move. It's not finished yet, but it's getting somewhere, I think. The Mike is like the over-the-top guy, so he's got the weirder moves. And now we have Leonardo. We have a team of animators that have been doing this. I've just been supervising to make sure that everything looks good and works for the gameplay.
So, Raph has this move in the game, Righteous Fury. It's kind of the ultimate killer move that he does after he's charged up his rage. He's like, and then the whole screen's going to kind of white out like a nuclear explosion, and then at the end you kind of see him, he's like that, you know? You get it? Marvelous. Hi again, GameStop. So I'm going to introduce you to some programmers who are working on some cool stuff for the game. This is Simon and JP.
What we're seeing right now is the first boss fight we're going to develop for the game. We're going to start with the boss doing almost nothing and then showing you how changes we do in code are going to translate into gameplay.
So right now he's bashing the wall, he's pretty angry, but once you get near to him, there he stays idle and nothing pretty much happens.
So next thing is probably to add some kind of animation, or what are we going to add?
I think he's not that aggressive right now. We should maybe try to put you on the ground.
So we're going to add an attack to the Bigfoot.
Yeah, let's add that.
So what we're doing in script is actually controlling which animation is going to play on the Bigfoot. This is actually how the AI programmer are working on this project. We're working directly in the editor, writing script, and the script affect what you're seeing on screen.
Let's compile that and try it. Oh, here comes the attack.
Hi GameStop. What I'm going to talk to you about now is how the levels are made in the game. The level designer will go and build a really basic map, and we play that first and we get a good feel for, does it feel right, is the flow working, am I doing the moves that I want to be doing, am I teaching the player in the right order, and so on. And then the level artists will take that blocky map and with the level designer discuss how they can turn those bricks and blocks into something that looks much more visually pleasing. On one of the maps that we have, the turtles ride along a train, and at the end of the track the big monster has smashed through the environment and caused another train along that track to crash. What Tina's working on is kind of the crash debris. Also, it guides the player where they need to go. The monster will have punched his way through the environment, so you'll see this kind of cutout shape, kind of shape, so that the player, the kids, really see that, oh, there's the outline of the monster, that's where I need to go, because you're chasing this monster through the environment. What we're going to show you now is how lighting is put in the environment. So you can see all these green blobs are basically lights. Each light is manipulated in terms of its position and its color. It's a really skilled job. Technically, I don't really understand it, to be perfectly honest. I just see the end result and decide whether it's making me feel happy or sad or angry or whatever it is that I'm feeling, and I'll comment on that. And the artist takes a lot of effort because the light actually is what adds the mood to the game. So thanks for stopping by GameStop. It's been great talking to you. I hope you like what you've seen. I hope you've seen a bit of the background about how we make the game, and I hope you're as excited as we are about the product.
Hey GameStop, what's up? Come on in. I'm Randy Pitchford, I'm the president of Gearbox. Welcome to our studio, Gearbox Software. So it's gonna be kind of like a day in the life of Randy at Gearbox. So we're gonna see the studio, we're gonna look at the games and get a kind of behind the scenes look at everything. The cool thing about Gearbox is, you know, we like working on things that are awesome, whether it's things we've invented ourselves, like the Brothers in Arms series, or other people's stuff. Like we had a great time working with the Halo franchise, working with the Half-Life franchise. So behind me is the Gearbox Wall of Glory. And you can see, you know, from the wall, there's a lot of great things here that we've done. We've done a lot of Half-Life stuff. We even brought it to the consoles for the first time with the PlayStation 2 there, won some awards for different things. One of the things that we're really involved in right now, what, you know, these top few shelves are all about, is Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30 and Brothers in Arms Earned in Blood. And this stuff's really exciting because this is something we built ourselves. You know, we wanted to tell the story of soldiers and we wanted to do it right. So we really did our homework and we tried to recreate history. And as a result, we were able to become not only a best-selling title worldwide, but also get great critical acclaim. My partner Brian Martell and I, heck, even before we started Gearbox, we talked about what it would be like to use, you know, the first-person action genre as a place to be with a squad. And the fantasy is to be one of those guys in the squad, right? To fight with a team, and there's personalities that you're interested in, guys that are cool, guys that are jackasses, and you want to fight with them, and you want to feel something when they help you, and you also want to feel something if they don't make it. You guys ready to go back and get a look at Brothers in Arms? Let's check it out. I'll show you some things that nobody's seen before. This is guys actually working on Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. You know, the Brothers in Arms series is about a squad of paratroopers in World War II. It's about the 101st Airborne, and you become a squad leader, a real guy, and you jump into the boots of this guy and jump into the invasion areas, fight the fight in the real places with the real men. Hey, we're going to talk to Jeremy Cook, who is the director of Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway, and I think hopefully you'll have something that you can show us and talk about. What's up, Jeremy? Sorry for interrupting you, dude. I've got the GameStop guys with us, and we're showing them some stuff behind the scenes. Jeremy's the director of Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. He comes from an art direction background, but he's a game designer too, so he's actually the director of the game.
My job is really to
create a vision for the game and make sure that that's maintained, and make sure that the user experience talks about that vision, make sure that the player gets all the right emotions at the right times. On this board on the wall here, you'll notice we talk about victory and loss, we talk about time moving forward and Baker's changing personality throughout the game. I create things like this and share them with the team to try and help them understand. This is our new next-gen eyeball shader. Shows off some of the cool stuff that we can do with the next-gen per pixel rendering. We do a lot more with our eyes this time around because emotion is really important and it's all in the eyes.
When it comes to the creative direction of the game, Germany's where the buck stops. Hey, we're gonna meet Tu, who's a concept artist at Gearbox, and he's done sketches and things that help our developers get understand the feel that we're going for and telling the story of Brothers in Arms: Hell's Highway. What's up, Tu?
Hey, ready?
Hey, how's it going?
The concept phases go from thumbnails to tighter drawings, and then quick colorings, and then final rendering and stuff.
The thumbnail sketch kind of helps really quickly get a rough idea of what the frame looks like. Gets the forms and the shapes and the background in place in a really fast way. And then that's taken to a more detailed level. Operation Market Garden is the largest airborne invasion in the history of the world, and so you literally have tens of thousands of paratroopers dropping into Holland. Their plan was to punch through the German line, try to end the war by Christmas. And it was called Hell's Highway because the Germans counterattacked and crushed the corridor that they created. So the paratroopers that fought there came to know it as Hell's Highway. We're going to talk with Mark Leon, who's one of the artists working on characters and things for Brothers in Arms: Hell's Highway. Mark, these are guys from GameStop, and we're showing them Hell's Highway. We're giving them a behind-the-scenes look. So this is a high-resolution guy. He's probably, what, close to 1 million polygons?
Yeah, he's a little over 1 million.
What Mark will do is he'll build this character, even the wrinkles are modeled. And what that does is it gives us information about how light will affect the character even with all those wrinkles, right? If you have folds in your clothes, the light hits those folds differently. And so he can take that information that's wrapped around a lower polygon character to show how the light will affect that character very naturally with all the folds and details.
Corian, get moving, guys. Guys, get moving, you got it.
This is James, who's one of the animators at Gearbox. This is the sequence that is about some of the Dutch civilians. One of the things about Operation Market Garden is there's a lot of people that aren't soldiers that were in the middle of this battlefield.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
And the Dutch civilians were really, really eager to be liberated from the Germans.
It's okay.
This is a guy who's got a child, and the paratroopers come, and this kind of shows an animation sequence of two characters actually interacting with one another. What James will do is they'll go into the motion cap studio, they'll act out some of these scenes, and then they'll also go in and clean it and do traditional hand animation to make things look natural and plausible. One of the great things about motion capture animation is you're using a real human being, a real human actor. So it's like, even though it's virtual, you have natural human movements.
Sanovich, stay low and get moving.
Stay low and go. Moving. Son of a bitch crowd is gonna pop out any second now. Mark my goddamn words.
Eric Doshier is the lead level designer, and he cares a lot about the history, so he actually made a deal with the British government to get a hold of all the aerial reconnaissance photos they took, the spy photos, so we can see the battle from this aerial view. It's like, the equivalent of a satellite photo, but the way it was done in 1944 with spy planes. Eric's going to show us some stuff with building missions and using historical content to put together the true history and the environments that these battles took place.
I just want to show you how we use historical research and resources to build our maps. So after we come up with this sketch, then we start using our books and research that we gathered and clicking maps. These maps from the 40s are almost telling us exactly where the guns and like where the actual soldiers were standing. The next step is actually to get an aerial photo of the area. We sent a research team off to Holland to actually photograph this area and what happened, and get some real good reference photos. Here's a photo of the church that we took when we were in Holland during our trip. We couple that with reference photos that we find. And at the same time we're doing that, Mike starts writing the script. That's kind of all the steps we take to get the map up to this point right now.
We're gonna pre-order Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway.
Okay, y'all from Gearbox?
Yeah. How'd you know?
There's a receipt for you. We'll give you a call day before it comes in. You'll get an automated call from us.
GameStop, if you're wondering how I got into gaming, I started playing games before there were stores you can buy them in. As I got older, of course I got Atari and even had, an Odyssey 2. Fortunately now, we're in a day and age where we've got stores like this. It's pretty interesting to be a gamer and then become a game maker. All hardcore gamers have ideas. One of the advantages of next generation is we're getting closer.
Thanks for coming into GameStop, guys. Come back, see us again.
We're heading up to the 13th floor. This is actually the top floor in this building. We built out in here not too long ago, and it's a total mess. We're a game development studio. We don't really care about all the stuff lying around. We just care about the work we do. This is our snack room. It's like developer food, basically an infinite supply of candy bars and sodas. Around crunch time, we load up a lot more on the Red Bull. This room is refilled every week, and you'd be surprised at how much junk we consume. This is, we're on the 13th floor, so we're actually in the tallest building in Plano. So if you look out here, you can see, how flat Texas is, which is kind of cool because we've got a great view. Dallas is a metroplex. It's, one of the biggest cities in the country, so we have all the advantages of being near a metroplex. Hey, you know what? If you follow me over here, I'll show you our server room. We actually bought a lot of pretty hardcore hardware from Dell, and these guys have been great. Our data is our lifeline, right? So everything we create, if we lose it, we're dead in the water. We've got many, many terabytes of redundant storage, and you could take a flamethrower to this room and we'd be okay. It's Colonel Antal.
Hi, Colonel John Antal, Gearbox Software.
The Colonel helps us with Brothers in Arms. He's actually a U.S. Army veteran. You got to check out his office, actually.
Come on in. Happy to show you. Oftentimes, this is called the museum. We had a contest where I was going to parachute with a bunch of contestant winners, and so I was going through the skydiving training. I'm an airborne ranger, so I'm already a paratrooper, but the skydiving is something you have to get licensed for in Texas. One of the things we believe is that if you're going to make a good game, you have to have people with experience. So we have to give them experiences that make them know more than just movies and games. So these were real soldiers who I contracted to help me, and they came out and we trained the Gearbox team for 2 days in a field training exercise that taught them how to be soldiers. It's important to understand tactics. Tactics is the most exciting game you could ever have. It's a real fight against real people. And you never have a more living, thinking, dangerous enemy than a real human being. So we had a chance to do that, and they learned that, and they're putting that into the game. It helps them to make better games.
All right, now we're gonna go shooting. Everybody fights. Nobody quits. Always attack. Get in the car. Let's go.
One of the great things about Texas is there's always a gun range right around the corner. The bullet track's about 2.5 minutes from the Gearbox offices, so we like to come down here with the Colonel and shoot stuff.
Hey guys, I'm 3M Mike here at the Bullet Trap. You guys welcome to Dallas, Texas.
The purpose of familiarizing our developers with these weapons is merely to give them a real feel for what these weapons are like, and then translate that realism into the game. So by taking our developers out to the range and allowing them to see the difficulty in hitting the target and firing the weapon, they learn how to make a better game. And that's what it's all about.
Let's go. Gun range, I'm about to fire the M1 carbine
Go ahead, take up a good seated position. Target. Target. Very good shot, crew. Okay, now, game stop. So now you're going to see what a real rifle does. I want you to take up a good firing position. Target. Good shot. We hit the target. Well done. Bua.
Today there happens to be a multiplayer test going on in here, and I'm actually going to jump in with these guys and see if I can get involved and see how it's going. Got the GameStop guys here. I'm gonna join you guys if I can. Okay, so I'm jumping in here. I don't know if you guys have any strategies already laid out, but as I mentioned, obviously this is all prototypical stuff. There's not a lot of art yet. These are layouts, and the layouts will be iterated over time. The playing results in discussions. It's an iterative process, and there's constant discourse, and everyone's involved basically in the design of the game. Who's Bob Saget? Oh, Bob Saget's gonna eat it. Oh, sorry about your luck, dude. A lot of game developers tend to be more focused on the art and the look and the feel and less on the fun. And that comes at a cost. Thanks for your time, you guys. Cool. GameStop, it's awesome you guys spending time with us today. I always have a good time talking about the game and talking about our studio. So it's really cool to open up our doors and show you what it's like inside. Anyway, we've spent a lot of time here today. You guys have seen a lot of stuff, and frankly, I think we're getting on everybody's nerves. So I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. We're gonna have to get out of here. So get out. Thanks for coming by. Take it easy.
It is the year 989 of the age of the Seventh Dragon. The free city of Stonehelm, Warden of the East, stands alone. But now an ancient shadow looms over the city walls, and treachery and death follow in its wake. The hour of prophecy has come as ancient powers rise and claim their sacred tribute in blood and ashes. It is a time of war. It is a time of choices. It is a time of revelation. It is your time. Will you stand against the fire or embrace it?
Welcome to the open season guide to surviving the wilderness. If you're a bear and you've got hunters chasing you through the forest, then this guide is for you. If you want to survive in the wilderness, you'll need skunkitude. What's that, you say? Well, skunks are kind of smelly. Use them properly, and you'll have those pesky hunters gasping for air. Let's see them in action. So as you see, a little bit of skunkitude goes a long way. Thanks for watching, and remember, play it wild. Welcome to the open season guide to surviving the wilderness. If you're a bear and you've got hunters chasing you through the forest, then this guide is for you. Squirrels are cute, but they're also kind of nuts. They love their trees and they'll defend them against any hunters that come too close. Let's watch these critters go nuts. Someone there? Wow, whether they're eating nuts or throwing them, I think we can all agree. You don't want to be a hunter when squirrels are around. Thanks for watching, and remember, play it wild. Welcome to the Open Season Guide to Surviving the Wilderness. If you're a bear and you've got hunters chasing you through the forest, then this guide is for you. You've seen the antics of those lovable squirrels and skunks, but the forest is crawling with plenty of other critters, and they can help you make life miserable for those crazy hunters. Let's see what your other animal buddies can do. Wow, talk about getting in touch with your animal instincts. Thanks for watching, and remember, play it wild. Welcome to the Open Season Guide to Surviving the Wilderness. If you're a bear and you've got hunters chasing you through the forest, then this guide is for you. So what do you do if you've tried everything and those awful hunters are still after you? Well, sometimes even the bravest bear has to run away. But who says that can't be fun?
For centuries, they've been among us. They have studied our behavior. They have stolen our technology. Now, they want total domination. Fear them. Or not. Rayman Raven Rabbids, available this fall.
should have stuck to hotel coffee shops.
My name is Sam Fisher. This time, you're going deep undercover. I used to be a hero. Now I'm a wanted man. I used to hunt terrorists. Now I am one.
You have a little problem.
I used to take orders. Finish your mission. Now I execute them. I've become a double agent. My name is Sam Fisher. I am a double agent. Tom Clancy, Splinter Cell double agent.